in Chicago. Everybody gotta get down. Everybody gotta get down because they shooting. Everybody down.
Man, chill out.
This is a football game?
These kids are running.
Oh my God.
They shooting. We can't have no fun in Chicago, man. No fun, man.
Yeah, bro.
This is terrible. I'd have thrown a goddamn flag. This y'all neighborhood.
This ain't y'all neighborhood.
This might be over with because I gotta figure this out.
It's at a football game.
Look how tore up that track is, man. So I just want you guys to look at the condition of that school. It's got a bunch of people in the community there trying to enjoy an event. And like, look at the condition of this track. So if this was a safe community and all these members of the community felt safe and could put money into the community, I'm sure this place would be a lot nicer. But you have knuckleheads and Neanderthals shooting, making the community unsafe, where children gotta run, everybody gotta duck and cover at a freaking football game. Everybody suffers. The innocent people suffer, the community suffers, and everything else around it suffers. So when y'all talk about, oh, these communities are that with all this violence and poverty is toe up, you got to realize that cycle of violence is keeping y'all in poverty.
Chicago,
and everybody's affected.
Chicago.
This is so crazy, bro.
So over the weekend, guys, 35 people were shot. 5 people just died in Chicago over the weekend. And people say they don't see what, they're saying that they don't see the violence that's in Chicago. Look what this guy said on Fox today.
I was in Chicago, D.C. earlier this year. I'm in Atlanta right now, and I've not yet stepped in one single pool of blood. So I'm not sure what America and what major city Luke is referencing, and I'm not sure, even when I'm in New York City, what he's referencing.
Are you kidding?
And so with that being said...
Wait a minute. Okay, so you haven't stepped... Whoa. So you haven't stepped in a pool of blood. Okay, I'll be honest with you. Neither have I, thank God. But a lot of New Yorkers have, and a lot of people in Chicago have. You have seen the crime rates, right? I mean, in Chicago alone, you want to talk about Chicago? 52 people shot this weekend alone. Last weekend, 26. 7 people killed. That's a pool of blood. That's 52 pools of blood. Maybe you didn't step in it, but I tell you, the crime rates and statistics are facts. Why are you saying that you haven't? I think that's irresponsible.
Wow, it's crazy because I bet out of the 52 of those people that died, majority, if not all, are probably black youth. And we got a black guy on TV denying the crime. Chicago has been the murder capital of the U.S. for 13 years straight. And you got black people on TV denying crime. What the hell is wrong with y'all?
Yeah, so we got liberals outside of Chicago saying Donald Trump does not need to bring the National Guard to Chicago right now. I saw a couple pictures of, this 25-year-old young lady died in Chicago this weekend.
Wow.
Damn, life cut short.
Y'all just look at it's some crazy stuff.
Field at the baseball field.
Bro, it was going crazy in Chicago this weekend.
Whoa.
It's been going crazy.
There appeared to have been some kind of large gathering overnight. Chicago police confirming that 5 people were shot near 36th Street and Cottage Grove. Officers responded to the area around 1 o'clock this morning, I should say. Police say while they were on scene, officers heard gunshots and moved to the area of gunfire. That's where officers, they say they found multiple victims. And
this is one function, guys. Just want to let y'all know. This is one party.
And moved to the area of gunfire. That's where officers, they say they found multiple victims, and several ambulances and paramedics were called to help those who were shot. The victims' ages range from 17 to 36 years old, and we're told the 17-year-old is in critical condition. Citizen app video from the scene shows a large police presence near Ellis Park as Chicago police investigated. Police say that there were 4 guns that were found in the area, and a person of interest was also taken in for questioning.
I want y'all to know something. Illinois has strict gun control laws. You need licenses. That's not stopping these heathens, these criminals from having guns. These teenagers are dying, being killed. We have a huge issue in America. Like, did y'all know that it was like 28% of Gen Z Americans were aborted? I want to know how much percent of people have died from violence.
You know what's
of teenagers?
You know what's the main killer for 30 and under?
In black people?
Yeah, for black males.
It's murder, isn't it?
Yeah. That's crazy. That's our number one
Hey, bro,
cause of death.
People, not just in Chicago.
That is crazy.
In the hood, period, say, if you make it to 20, you an OG.
That's insane. You want what's crazy? I had a frat brother from Chicago, actually my anchor on my line. He is actually a police officer in Chicago. He is in law enforcement. He is out there trying to stop this. He lives in a black community. I remember when we got to college, he said, where I'm from in Chicago, we don't fraternize with the white people. It's just us. And it's violent. I remember he used to be like, why are you always hanging out with them white people? I said, what you mean? The same as hanging out with you. He said, no, you like them more than us. All right, brother, calm down. He's from Chicago. That's how they act. So it's like, if y'all know that they don't even go into the white communities and the crime is bleeding into their communities and it's affecting our communities at the highest rate, how can y'all get on TV and be against this? How? Where's BLM? Do Black Lives really matter?
Hey, they had a protest right now. As we're speaking, they're having a protest in Chicago to not let Donald Trump bring the National Guard in. And you know who's front and center?
No federal troops in the city of Chicago. No militarized force in the city of Chicago.
35 people got shot, Brandon.
We're going to defend our democracy in the city of Chicago. We're going to protect the humanity of every single person in the city of Chicago.
It's just crazy.
Bro.
This is the same guy saying, we don't have resources. You spent billions of dollars and raised people's taxes for illegal immigrants. Maybe if you would have complied and spent that same money on crime reform and keeping people safe, we wouldn't be seeing all these murders.
Well, he said they need investments.
They over here fighting more for illegal immigrants in their city to be safe than they are for the tax-paying people that put them in position to be there and keeping them safe. And the black people that he swears so friendly and so great in his city, you're not caring about their lives. Their children are dying at the highest rate in the entire nation, in one of the biggest and greatest cities in America, and y'all deny this. There's literal video evidence of youth toting guns, talking about, we want to murder. We want murder.
I got a question.
What the hell?
I got a real question. Y'all really think the police gonna like fix this?
No. But I think
the National Guard will.
I think
You think the National Guard gonna fix it?
I
feel like they still gonna do it with the National Guard right there.
Hold on.
I truly
What
believe
happened in D.C.? D.C. had a higher crime rate than Chicago.
No,
But DC's more
per capita.
But look, DC more dense. It's Chicago. It's a little bit more room. They got a little. I feel like they still gonna probably find a way.
I think that is highly likely. I think that's highly likely they'll still commit crimes. But with the amped up police presence, with the federal troops behind them, I think that we can see a better force to combat this crime that we see. But they're trying to stop that. They're trying to say that this crime isn't a problem. There is too much crime in America, and there's too many Democrats that downplay the crime. Oh, the rates are down. Okay, but it's still happening at a high rate. The rate is down from 100%. What?
Listen to some of these Democrat politicians and government leaders. They try to tell you that crime is not surging in their localities. But if you look at Oakland, California is rated number 2, the most dangerous place in the United States. Boston, Massachusetts has seen a 67% increase in homicides year to date from last year to this year. In Chicago, a 78% increase in motor vehicle theft from 2021 to 2025.
Number 2 most dangerous city, Oakland, California, bankrupt and poverty-stricken Democrat leadership. Boston, Massachusetts, 70% increase in murder in the most moved from state in America. Democrat leadership. Chicago, 80% carjackings. 52 people shot, 35 shot over the week. 7 fatally over the weekend. Democrat leadership.
This is insane, bro.
Come on, man.
And why are they trying to push that the crime is going down? Like, what do you guys want?
The crime is, so they might have a 100% crime rate and it's down to 95. Technically reporting it is down.
Okay, they just want to show that under Democrat leadership it is going down.
Now when they say
they gave an argument to Trump then, because if the crime is down, they kind of like deported a lot of criminals. Wouldn't that like fall on saying Trump doing what he's supposed to do?
Yeah, I mean, but when they say crime is down, they're just saying it's down from what it was reported at years previous. That doesn't mean the crime is actually down or it's not happening. The reports of crime is down. If you read it, it says reported crimes, recorded crimes. Doesn't mean the crimes aren't happening.
What do you think the status of crime is at this point in Chicago? And what could the introduction of some federal presence do?
Look, trend trends are positive. Crime trends are going down. It's good news.
I just can't believe
going
50
down,
people,
y'all.
50 people could get shot and they say crime is down.
See, this is why they say trust the data, but they're probably manipulating data. They're probably doing things like classifying what they consider crime, what is considered a reported crime, because we are seeing real documentation from locals of crime. So just because the statistics say it's down doesn't mean it's not happening, guys. Like, don't fall for this stuff.
It is literally documentaries after documentaries on hoods in Chicago of black kids in the hood acting as literal terrorists, in my opinion.
I want y'all to go look up Chicago Hood documentary on
It's
YouTube.
like
There's plenty you could choose from. It's scary stuff.
If they could make a comic book out of it, they should.
And you want to know what's interesting? You want to know what's interesting?
Crazy.
They do have a comic book, Gotham.
It's
They living in Gotham.
Nah, bro. All the stories and the names they had of people that
It's a literal crazy story. Yeah,
there's so many crazy stories that entwine.
It's literally deeper than you guys like know. It gets super deep. Like it's literal serial killers out there, and they're protecting them. That's basically what's going on.
All this pop, pop, pop. They lit up on that side just like Christmas time coming. These cars were just lit up. They were all behind each other. All these shooting. I'm thinking the 4th of July.
All 7 people were shot and taken to the hospital in good condition. A few hours later, police say 3 men were shot in the Pilsen neighborhood. They were standing outside in the 1900 block of West 17th Street when someone came up and shot them all. 2 men were shot in the leg and are expected to be okay, but a 46-year-old man was struck multiple times in the body and died.
Only person shooting, caller says people have been shot.
These criminals need to have some sort of fear. I'm sorry. Now, I'm not for the troops being deployed to put fear in people, but if you're a law-abiding citizen, you shouldn't be afraid. But these criminals, they need something to fear. Man. You got to deploy Batman at some point.
This shit is crazy.
Because they in Gotham.
Good evening, guys. Since Friday evening around 5 o'clock, there have been at least 21 shootings across the city, totaling about 36 victims, at least 5 of whom have died.
A series of shootings in the last 48 hours have left 5 people dead in Chicago. This as the Trump administration possibly prepares to send thousands of National Guard members to our city. Today, bullet holes still visible in vehicles along the 1900 block of West 17th Street in Pilsen, some even being driven with smashed glass. It's after a shooting around 1:30 this morning, in which police say 3 men in their 40s were hit. Residents say the 2 youngest of those victims, believed to be aged 41 and 43, were attending an outdoor party when someone approached with a gun and shot them both in the legs. The older victim, whom police say was 46, passed away. Locals say he was homeless and harmless, well known in the neighbourhood. Witnesses tell WGN he was shot in the head, execution style. Wow. Less than half an hour before all of this, 4 people were struck on the 2700 block of West Haddon Avenue in Humboldt Park. All were in their 20s and 30s and taken to various hospitals in good condition. And a separate incident earlier in the evening in Bronzeville saw 7 victims. It happened along the 3500 block of South State Street shortly after 11. Authorities believe it to be a drive-by shooting.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh my gosh.
You know what's crazy? Because they're shooting right now, there's going to be more shootings.
The people that pulled the trigger, were they black or white?
We already know. You don't even have
I ain't gonna
to
lie,
say
Chicago is easy. It's easy
now,
to guess.
Brandon Johnson, he's saying it's resources. And the guy that, I don't know if you watched the video.
Brandon Johnson spent the resources on illegals.
These black liberals would claim that it's resources, and it happens. Of course, crime happens in low poverty communities, obviously. But when you're in America, bro, I just don't give you an excuse, bro. Like these kids, and the thing is, if these kids were, and these people were doing something, even though violence is never the answer, if it was for money, then maybe we'll be like, we can make that argument. This shit is not for money. This shit is sliding on your ops. If you're executing people at a party, if you're pulling up drive-by, that shit's not for. Drive-bys aren't for money. Let's leave that at that. Drive-bys are not for money. It is to kill someone and harm somebody. Point blank, period.
Yeah.
Unless
This
they
is
get
not
paid
for money,
to do
guys.
it, you know.
This is not for money.
Unless they getting paid to do it.
This is terrible.
That's
That
the only
doesn't make it
thing.
Doesn't make it better.
I know.
This is terrible. These
I'm just
people,
saying.
these innocent people that want to live in a city like Chicago are having to go through hell just to have a regular life out there. This is terrible.
Yeah, I would never want to raise a family here.
It's too much. It's too much that could go wrong. Your child could die.
And then like
at any moment, you could die.
What is the reason for these protests?
Bro,
People are
it's
dying.
this anti-Trump bull. That's what it is. It's the
It's
anti-Trump
the messenger,
bull.
bro. That's the problem, bro.
The
they
media,
mad at the messenger.
The media is telling people that Trump is releasing the troops, authoritarianism, bro. People are dying. Why are we acting like people are not dying? The police need help. They're overwhelmed.
This is the problem.
Well, tonight on social media, President Trump posting a warning to Illinois as leaders here in Chicago are preparing for the unprecedented.
We do not want to see tanks in our streets. We do not want to see families ripped apart.
Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson vowing pushback against White House plans to send ICE agents or even National Guard troops into Chicago. Taking a page from Trump and signing this executive order, largely symbolic, requiring federal agents wear body cameras and uniforms and show their faces, declaring Chicago police will remain locally controlled.
We may see militarized immigration enforcement. We may also see National Guard troops. This president continues to go well beyond the bounds of the Constitution.
Trump citing crime in Chicago, pointing to 6 homicides last weekend, even as killings are down about 30% this year. Writing on Truth Social, the weak and pathetic governor of Illinois just said he doesn't need help in preventing crime. He is crazy. He better straighten it out fast or we're coming.
They're just looking to invade the city of Chicago. This is a part of his plan to do something really nefarious, which is to interfere with elections in 2026. He wants to have troops on the ground.
The operation could be based out of North Chicago. Naval Station Great Lakes is set to host federal ICE and Homeland Security agents. It's unclear if the National Guard will join, and using the Guard for domestic crime could be unconstitutional.
He cannot use the National Guard to enforce immigration law because in order to federalize the National Guard, there has to be an insurrection or we must be under some kind of invasion or rebellion in order to justify that.
Well, Chicago officials say there is no emergency here. If the immigration raids were to start next week, they could coincide with the...
Man, I hate these people.
So did you hear what he said? The executive order is largely symbolic. It's bullshit. These people are getting hype for nothing. The crime in your city is a problem. Y'all talking about y'all don't want higher taxes, but he raised your taxes to pay for illegal immigration. How is this not a win across the board? If you cut out the illegal immigration in your city, not saying that all of those people are bad people. I'm not saying that at all. I don't believe that. I think a lot of these people are good people.
Yeah, they are.
But
they're not American, though.
They're not.
They're not American.
They're illegal.
Brandon Johnson,
and tax dollars have to go to fund them.
He needs to worry about Americans. These and predominantly your people. That you claim that you're for these people, right? You're for black people. Help black people then, bud. You know, he talking about these families will be ripped apart. Moms are being ripped apart from their kids dying.
Yeah.
In your city, bud. You talking about families being ripped apart. You have nothing to do with these people. These people are illegals. You need to focus on the people that elected you that are American. You people keep trying to get illegal votes. That is the problem.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's why he said they're going to interfere with elections. Why would law-abiding citizens be interfered with? Why would ICE scare law-abiding citizens from voting? Exactly. They wouldn't, because ICE doesn't bother law-abiding American citizens. You know what? They won't even bother if you would call a crime-breaking American citizen because it's not their job. They're immigration customs enforcement. They're coming for illegal immigrants. And that's why Gavin Newsom and J.B. Pritzker both said ICE in the cities is going to interfere with elections. They don't want to lose their illegal voters. They're saying it directly to their face.
They are saying
also,
it.
somebody cooked J.B. Pritzker. Was on X, and they said, if it wasn't so violent in Chicago, why don't you just cancel your security detail, bud? They said he has like one of the biggest security details it is.
Yeah, he's a billionaire.
Come on, bro.
He doesn't live amongst the common folk. I bet he don't live within 50 miles of the crime.
Have he went to the south side of Chicago?
50 people got shot.
You think his fat billionaire ass is on the south side of Chicago
50.
in the slums?
Shit.
He probably got gold toilets like Trump.
And this is what's going on.
Keeping it
right
100.
now.
Let's keep it 100.
In Chicago, this is what's going on today, guys.
Man.
Gosh,
Today.
these people are so stupid.
Today.
This is the protest.
white liberals.
All white liberals. I guarantee you, none of these people live near the crime.
You know what this look
They
like?
live on
He's
the,
racist.
You know, I've seen in cities like Chicago, in cities like Chicago, the wealthy white liberals, their lives are so disconnected from where the crime is, and their vote is allowing this crime in their city to continue.
Because they probably want it to happen.
Bro, it's because the Democrats allow crime. They're soft on crime.
They want this to happen.
And they're taking tax dollars and giving it to things like illegals rather than these communities with no resources. And they're letting this crime continue and get worse while they live in their nice neighborhoods that is so disconnected from the crime that will never touch them. They don't give a shit.
It do
I don't
be
even see
touching
no
them.
black people.
It is touching them.
It's touching some of them.
I just
Some
feel
of
like
them.
they
It's
want
not at the same rate as black people and the people in them communities.
They want this to happen, bro. They want them to stay down there and let them,
This is the real race.
Let them have their
These
sport.
These are all white people. I guarantee you none of these people live near where the crime is. I guarantee it. I've seen people in Chicago say, the people of Chicago that are living in these crime-affected areas are not showing up to these protests. These are white liberals that live in gated suburban communities that watch the mainstream media and think that these black people are victims. They're hungry. They need resources. Oh, but they raised our taxes to pay for illegal immigration, billions of dollars, but we need resources. Hell out of here, man. I don't want to hear that crap.
Look, this is the one block, 36th, right? 36th and Cottage, right? Right next to the next block. Did these people spin on the next box? 37th State Street.
I'd like you to point out pools of blood on the sidewalk. I've never walked through a pool of blood. Fuck you, dude. Sorry. That pisses me off. But I'm sorry it is. Just because I've never seen it, it's not happening. Come on now. Come on now.
I mean, this is just delusional, guys. If y'all don't see a problem with what's going on, man. Hey,
Come on
Trump,
now. When they had the
please.
DNC in Chicago, they had to board up buildings.
This guy.
And deploy the SWAT teams.
Pool of blood. Come on, bro.
This is crazy.
It's
This
crazy.
is sick. This is sick, guys.
I really think these people want them to continue to do that, bro.
You know,
I really truly.
that could be possible, bro.
And so they can have their non-profits, you know.
That could very much be possible because there's no way that you're this stupid, that you're oblivious to this, you know?
Like, it's on the internet. You see it. I feel like a lot of people can see it.
If a murder
now.
still has not happened in D.C., we look up in the stat. Like, I don't know what happened in D.C. over the weekend,
They
but
want
you
it to
know,
happen, bro.
if nothing happened over the weekend, guys, come on, man. We already can't say it because we've seen the stats. 10 days, nothing happened. But man, if nothing happens still today, tomorrow, then man, hey, how can you be mad at them wanting to deploy the National Guard? They're doing what's best for the citizens. This is what the president and these elected officials have to do. What's best for the citizens of America, not illegals, not anybody else. We have to get these criminals off the street. Point blank, period.